development communication is something that should not be confined to a Jamia or an IIMC. It has to, actually we have to train. For me, I do not know the, details of the course that you have drafted. I'm sure with people like, USP and Snehasis and Mrinal there, I'm sure you would have come with a very good model, and it would unravel itself in the coming days. But I would be happy that if this course is not confined just to students, but also to practicing journalists at the grassroots.
I'm extremely happy to see that you wanted to start off this session with an understanding of how economists look at development. Because, we talk about development, everybody talks about development. Especially in a democracy, people are free to ask questions about the society and the state they live in. So, debates on development performance of countries and states feature prominently in popular as well as scholarly discourses.
Professor Amit Rai has made my work simpler by explaining so vividly, so lucidly, that development is not just material development. Development is not just having money. Development has 9 parameters. He explained it so beautifully. It also has 4 pillars.
I'm happy that, telling stories of social change really straddles both these fields, because you tell stories of social change as development communication professional. You also tell stories of social change as development journalist. So I think this topic is relevant to both these areas.
So this fake news is in 2 parts, consists of 2 parts, misinformation and disinformation. So it started all with misinformation, and misinformation had been in part of what you call afwar, humor, and it had always been there. Misinformation is something which people do it by mistake, somebody a misunderstanding or out of context kind of thing. Disinformation is a group of people or someone creating wrong information, spreading false information.
Yes, so this interface which I was referring to between media, women and children, my presentation is going to take up the central idea being the rights, that means the rights of the children and women, and as well as the rights of media in terms of freedom of speech.
There are syndicates who are into investigative journalism, and you all are aware about those syndicates, and they are able to break stories, they are able to come up with investigations like Panama Papers, just because they have used somewhere, artificial intelligence and text search and those kind of capabilities to go through huge databases.
In the development history, reaching the last miles of progress is always a difficult journey. And their government and development partners can't alone reach this last journey. We need support from all stakeholders of the development. And media is the most critical partner at this stage.
So if we focus on defining development as quality of life, how well one leads one's life, then clearly material prosperity cannot be denied as one of the most important dimensions, and income is definitely a key part of that dimension.
So basically, journalism has 2 different dimensions. One of it is that it makes a very modest kind of a claim that the job of journalism is to report the news of the day quickly, right? That is what we are doing, report the news of the day quickly. The other thing that journalism assumes is that we have the right tools or we have the right skills to find out what is reality.
Now, in 1971, development journalism was described as the art and science of human communication applied to the speedy transformation of a country and the mass of its people from poverty to a dynamic state of economic growth that takes possible greater social equality and the larger fulfillment of human potential.
So let's see some of the images and let us understand whether it's fake or real. I'd like you to respond whether you think that this is a fake image or this is a real image.
Nowadays, people talk about development journalism, about data journalism, business journalism, science journalism, and so on. And I know that you all have done some workshops on some of these subjects in the last 2 days. But at the end of the day, it is how everything touches the human life that really matters, that makes a difference.
So my session today, I would say, won't be very experiential, though I would also try to bring in some examples as I illustrate my points. And I would try to speak specifically about reporting on women and children from a very academic point of view.
যে আমি একজন বাচ্চাকে এনেছি পৃথিবীতে, আমার তার প্রতি একটা রেসপন্সিবিলিটি আছে, এবং সেটা শুধু তাকে ইঞ্জিনিয়ার বা ডাক্তার করা নয়।
আর একটা দিক হলো যে পরিবেশ, যে এনভায়রনমেন্টটাতে রয়েছে সেই পরিবেশটাও কিন্তু এই প্যারেন্টিং এর মধ্যেই লুকিয়ে আছে। কাজেই একটা সুস্থ পরিবেশও কিন্তু এই প্যারেন্টিং এর একটা খুব গুরুত্বপূর্ণ দিক।
আমি কাজ করতে গিয়ে দেখেছি পজিটিভ ওয়ার্ডটা কিন্তু আমাদের ওই বি পজিটিভের মতন একটু টক্সিক লোড আনে। সেই জায়গা থেকে দাঁড়িয়ে আমরা কাজ করতে গিয়ে দেখেছি বিভিন্ন রিসার্চে ইফেক্টিভ প্যারেন্টিংটাকে যদি আমরা একটু জোর দিই, তাহলে যেটা হবে, প্যারেন্টিংকে কিন্তু আমরা একটা স্কিলস বলে বলছি।